Okay, so we've been having or experiencing problems with our brake drum in the rear. So what I got to do is, I've already done the other one. I need to remove the wheel, kick off the drum plate cover, and then clean the inside mechanisms, because we think there might be a bit of sand and silt. The other one was quite sandy, but it could be this culprit on this side, which is the left rear. So let's see how this one pans out. A little bit of maintenance, I suppose. With traveling, you got to keep up with it, otherwise it becomes
big problem.
a bigger issue down the road. A few minutes now saves a few hours and a heartbreak and a ball ache down the road.
A ball ache? I don't have that problem.
Well, guys get ball aches.
Apparently.
I don't know why when they change tires they have to tighten things so goddamn tight. Are they mad or what?
Oh, I think they're just trying to
Yeah.
sort it off.
This was quite cool. In Uppington on one of the rivers I found an aluminium plate, which is quite nice because we're in sand. So I put the plate down first and then the jack up on top of it. And now we lift the wheel, the whole car off the ground, so I can do the rest of the goodies, eh? Alrighty, jacking up. Just enough to get the wheel clear of the ground.
Oh, me?
Okay.
What's this?
So if you drive a Suzuki Jimny and you drive through water crossings, and then at the other side you pull up your handbrake and you realize, oh shit, why is it so stiff and tight? It could be due to the reason of inadequate rear brake drum maintenance, or excessive riding through sand, mud, silt could cause a build-up over time.
Oh, yeah, hopefully it's that and nothing else. It's serious. Oh, what am I doing? I'm boiling a kettle in the bush.
Kel's impressed with her new kettle. She can show you now, but she'll have to pull it in front of the camera on the box. So don't move the box, Kelly.
No,
How's the camera all full?
we'll show another time. Anticipation now.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you have a Suzuki Jimny and you're like, oh, I can't do this, neither could I. That's why YouTube is your friend.
On many occasions now.
Yeah. Alrighty, so what you do after you take your tire off, zap it under the car so that if it does fall down, you can still jack it up and it doesn't fall straight down.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Alright. Next up. How can I do this?
You want me to hold it?
2 8mm bolts. What are these guys for? You need these to remove the plate. So you'll see there's a hole there and a hole there. You're going to put these 8mm in, screw them in, and then it'll pop this whole plate off. Let's do that now. If you hear a funny noise, that's Cal's bush kettle. Cal's bush kettle. So like I said, there's one bolt in there and one bolt in there. Sometimes you get a bit of dirt in there. So I think from when I painted and what do they call it? Rust removed, bit of paint went in there. So now what you'll do is equally turn the 8mm bolts. You'll see the magic happen shortly. I was also like, yeah, skeptical. So do a few turns on each one. check. There we go. Bada bing! Now, come over here.
You look like you need another shower.
I probably do. You can see there's a ton of build-up on the brake areas over there and over there. Check it, all that sand and muddy shit falling out. That's the nasty stuff. That's what could be causing the problem with braking when it's wet. It could be the build-up of sand up on the brake drums. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire brush clean all this stuff and then put it back together. So this is before. Let's do a quick clean. Can you pass me those brushes, Kel? The white, yeah.
Let's just pass this closer.
Mm-hmm.
We've got somewhere to put it so it's not going to get.
So to give you an idea, look at all that crud and all that junk. So you can actually see. Oh, that's insane. Well, we don't know if they did it when they did the recent service, if they did the brake hubs too, or the brake. Alright. Okay, so we've brushed it all clean. Now we got this magnificent tool. Watch this. That's our little air compressor. Blows all that muck and grit out. So there we go. This is a bush clean, a dry clean. Usually they say you can use soapy water. If you don't have that, it looks pretty clean. If you don't have that, then you can also use brake parts or brake cleaner and spray it in and then clean it. But we're not carrying any of that with us. So just for this maintenance check, and we're just going to use a dry brush, wire brush, and then blow it all out, which is it's nice and clean again. You can see the brake pads, if you want to call them brake pads, are nice and clean. There's no dust, there's no damage. And then lastly, you want it clean is the brake pad, the brake hub cover. And then when you put this thing back, just remember to remove the two 8mm bolts and then just put your tire back on, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're good to go. There's quite a bit of brake dust build-up in this one, eh? So no doubt, I'm going to have to go and have another fuck and shower. Yep. Because I don't want to waste the water, so I'm just going to use the tap. Okay, so maybe this will show you. Watch this. Look at all that brake dust. And then when that stuff gets wet, it causes a paste. That's where you get all the grimes making sound like we had yesterday, cat. Remember? Okay. Now, like I said earlier on, remove the 8mm. Thank goodness we carried spare bolts, otherwise I don't think I'd be able to have got this cover off, which is quite lacquer because it shows you how you think you're prepared, but are you really? Hey Cal, are you really prepared? Let's bring you guys over this side. There we go. So you can see it, that just pops back on again. Zunk. And then what you'll do is you put your tire back on, and then when you tighten up all your tire nuts and bolts, pulls everything nice and flush. You should be able to check. You should be able to do those small jobs. So now we're going to put the tire back on, jack down, Bob's your uncle's, you're done. And I think both sides took probably less than an hour to do. Right. Alright, time to put the wheel back on, tighten up the bolts, jack it down, and enjoy a nice ice cold beer or beverage of your choice. Kel says it's going to be beer. It's going to be beer. It's going to be beer. Alright. Let's move you guys to this side over here again. And then re-bolt the whole tire on. Generally, when you're doing this job, you won't be set up with a rooftop tent open, but this is our maintenance day.
Yeah, we have to sort other stuff out as well.
So
Car first, all our shit now. Did some washing. Yeah, this is why we do the free camping, and then we have to find a campsite where we can just do the basic stuff that needs to be done.
yeah,
And it's lovely here.
they say there's a science to tightening up your, or a specific calculation formula that you have to use when you tighten up your nuts and bolts on your rim. So I'm just busy biting them all on so that it won't damage when I jack it down, and then what you'll do when the tire is down on the floor, you'll just torque them up to, and remember, don't over tighten it. You don't need to over tighten it.
No, because we can't get it like that.
And down we go.
Oh, you should put it on that log over there.
Okay. And then what you'll do is tighten, almost like a star shape. So you'll tighten, 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 and then just go once around more just to check. And that's it. So when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. And then you need to pack away all your tools and do your housekeeping and everything. But that's it. That's how to clean your brake hubs, your drum brakes on your 2020 Suzuki Jimny. You're welcome.